I want to talk to you about what is categorically thought of as the number one fear in America: speaking in public. Can you believe it? Of course you can, because so many of you are afraid of speaking in public. And when people are polled all around the country, sometimes all over the world, what are you the most afraid of? They say, I'm most afraid of speaking in public. That is incredible information to me, because I can't believe it. In a world where there's wars and famine and disease and so many horrible things, and tornadoes and volcanoes and hurricanes and floods, typhoons, what are we afraid of? Public speaking? Stage fright? What an amazing world we live in. I'm the luckiest person in the world, because if that's the biggest fear, not roller coasters, not drowning in a typhoon, not dying of starvation, not dying at the hand of some sniper, if that's my fear, I'm so lucky. We are so lucky, because that fear, that stage fright, can be conquered in such an easy way, with such a systematic approach, by changing your mindset and then changing certain things that you do with your routine. So any fear that is that big, but there's a solution for it, you and I need to realize we need to get on the same page and stop using that fear of speaking in public, stage fright, as stopping us from doing anything that helps us become more self-confident, that helps us get our message out to the world, that helps us showcase who we really are, the best of who we are, and in turn gets us gigs to speak and gets us a forum, and then changes our income level, and then changes our life, and then changes the relationships that fall from that, and getting a greater life together because you overcame a fear that really wasn't a necessary fear, an unconquerable fear, a challengeable fear. You can do it. It's easy. Let me start by explaining a little bit of what I believe stage fright is. We'll break it down into what is it, what do we need to think about it, and then I'll teach you some more things in the next video on how to specifically deal with the situation and overcome it in the moment on stage. First of all, what is it? Stage fright. It's simple. It's your autonomic nervous system giving you an extra burst of energy to either fight or flee. It's called the fight and flight reflex. And literally, your brain, when it senses danger, it wants to help you. It does not want you to get run over by that train. So when the train is coming and your foot is stuck on the track, that's a legitimate fear. The train is coming. I hear the train, the whistle, woo, woo, woo. I'm thinking, I got to get out of here. So my body, my brain, sends this energy to my body, saying, here's some extra energy to either pull your foot off of the train track or run faster away from the train to escape the danger. Fight or flight. So that makes sense, and that's all scientific. And the body is, haven't you heard of stories where people suddenly got trapped under cars and someone else came up and lifted the part of the car and someone got up? How do you lift a car just with the strength that we have normally? You don't. You've heard stories that in fear, people run so fast and just manage to escape the danger. How do they run so fast? In normal days, they don't. So what really is the body giving you? Something extra, something special. But we take this gift, this extra energy that the body is giving us, and we attach all of these negative things to it. We are about ready to go out on stage, and we're starting to feel all short of breath, and my pulse is racing, and I'm sweating, and I suddenly thought I had a tongue and some moisture in my mouth, but my mouth is so dry. And did I mention sweating? Did I mention my heart racing? Did I mention I don't really have so much feeling in my fingers? All because 10 seconds earlier, somebody said to me, Roger, you're on in 10 seconds. And in that 10 seconds, my body, what? Freaked out? Started sweating? My pulse was racing? I start to get nauseous in my stomach? And yet, that is what happens. But let me contrast two exact symptoms and two completely different mindsets. You haven't been on a date in a long time. Getting ready to go on a date. You met this guy, you met this girl, and you're so engaged by the possibility of what's going to happen on that date. You haven't been on a date in a long time. You spoke to that person on the phone. You video chatted with that person. This, you believe with all of your heart, might be your missing soulmate. You are going to go on this date on Friday night. You are going to connect soul-wise, heart to heart, life to life. This is your soulmate. You are going to live happily ever after. You're going to make babies. You're going to move in together. You're going to do whatever is your goal. So you're driving to that person's house. All day, even before you got in the car, you were feeling kind of funny, like you couldn't feel your hands. You were a little numb. Certain times your pulse was racing, and certain times you were a little sweaty. But you're like, wow, this is so cool. I'm so excited. But now you're actually driving, and you're close to that person's house. The closer you get, the more you feel yourself getting kind of hot. And you think, whoa, I am hot-blooded, ready for romance. You feel your pulse racing. You're like, man, I am excited. This is going to be amazing. You feel yourself get a little short of breath, and you say to yourself, wow, I am breathless. I haven't even started the date yet. I'm breathless. I'm so excited about this guy, this girl. And you don't know whether to throw up, but you look in your stomachs and you're thinking, wow, it's churning and churning. What do you call it? Butterflies. I can't remember the last time I had butterflies. There's butterflies dancing in my stomach. Cute little butterflies that are painted all of these lovely colors. They're all dancing in my stomach. And I get to the date. Whatever happens, happens. But those symptoms that led up to the date, I attach to positive images in my mind. Butterflies, excitement, breathless, heart racing. I'm alive. So why is it when we have exactly the same feelings and we're backstage and Joe Schmo said, Roger, you're on in 20 seconds, and those butterflies is now nausea. The sweating is now, oh my God, I'm going to faint. The breathlessness is now, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. The salivating in the car, dreaming of kissing that person, is, I don't have any salivation. I can't even find my tongue. My throat is so dry. Dryness. Negative, 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 negative. And you call it stage fright. You put it up in a little bundle and you say, stage fright. I couldn't possibly go out on the stage feeling that way. Well, how come you could go on the date feeling that way? Because your mind said those things were positive when you attached them to something that was positive. So let's talk about something. What the heck are you actually afraid of? What are you afraid of? What's going to happen? I'll tell you, people talk about, you're afraid of uncertainty, you don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to carve it down to something even smaller. Here's what you're afraid of absolutely the most about getting up and speaking in public. You are afraid that people are not going to like you. It's that simple. When you open your mouth, when you put your thoughts, your feelings, who you are out there, you are afraid that the audience of one, that the audience of 1,000 are not going to like you. And what happens when they don't like you? You don't like yourself. You have lack of self-confidence. You feel like you're not worthy. You feel like you're in the wrong place. You feel like, what were you thinking? They don't like me, and that opinion matters because that makes me feel bad about myself. So at the core of stage fright, what I believe with all of my heart is the fact that you are afraid that they won't like you. But that's not a reputable, credible fear that should be stopping you from moving forward in your life, that should be stopping you from sharing who you really are with more people and getting your message out and showing your passion and your power to people. It shouldn't stop you, because when you really understand what it is to be a speaker, to share what you believe, to share the things that you're passionate about, it's not dependent upon the gift that they're going to give you. It's only dependent upon how you've prepared the gift that you're going to give them. Let me explain. If I walk out on the stage and my entire self-worth and all of my fear is based on them giving me the gift of them liking me so that I can feel better about myself, it's never going to happen, because it doesn't work that way. You have to reverse it. When I'm ready to go on stage, I am in that place where I've created the perfect gift of myself, the best of who I am, the best of what I know, the most that I can share, the strongest part of my personality, the best teaching skills. I've dressed the way I feel good about myself. I've crafted a voice that makes me feel good about the sounds that come out and connect me to people. I'm as much of a perfectly wrapped gift that I can make. I've spent years wrapping this gift of who I am at the core. I'm not saying everybody wants it, but I've spent my life building the best gift that I could be. The best content, the best voice, the best physiology, and the best presentation. And now it's a gift. And my mindset says when I step on that stage, I'm going to present my gift. Nobody hates someone who brings them a gift, not when it's wrapped beautifully, even if they didn't know they wanted that gift, even if when they unwrap the gift, it isn't exactly what they ordered or what they think they need in their life. They take the gift and they realize it's a gift. Somebody gave me something, and it's so beautifully wrapped. I'm just reveling in the wrapping of it. It's a gift. People receive gifts with an open heart more than you think. So I am about preparation, preparing the gift. What do I ask the audience? What am I looking for them? Am I looking for validation? No. Am I looking for them to like me? No. I'm going to present myself completely confident, completely secure. How am I going to do it? I've created a voice that exudes confidence. I have volume, and I have thickness, and I have melody, and I've understood all the different ranges, the chest voice and the head voice and the middle voice, and how all of those sounds work with music and create emotions. So I know that I'm singing a song every time that I speak. That's part of the gift. I know that I've spent my lifetime creating content that is original, that deals with voice and physiology and mindset, and I know I'm going to be able to give them the gift of all of those years that I've spent working with speakers and working with singers and working with celebrities, and that's part of the gift. I've done everything I can to give them the best of who I am. Is everyone going to love me? No. But is everyone going to be at least willing to accept the gift and then unwrap it a little bit to see whether it's for them? Yes. With the mindset and with the preparation of everything that I've done to deliver myself as a speaker, to deliver myself as an authentic, genuine content deliverer, passion deliverer, emotion deliverer, they will get that present and they will unwrap it, and some people will love it. But the bottom line is my self-worth is not based on what they respond. And when I give of myself on stage, and when you learn to give of yourself on stage, what's special about you, what you know that other people don't know. When you give what is authentic and special, people react in kind. They actually smile at you. They actually love back on you. They want to give something back to you. They start with applause. They start with attention. They give you energy back, positive energy. So when I walk on that stage, I've already decided in my mind, This is the greatest gift I could possibly give, and I have wrapped it perfectly, and they're going to love it. And I don't even leave room for a second in my imagination that my self-esteem, that my self-worth is dependent upon what they believe. But I also know that they're going to appreciate what I've created for them. Some people will want to come to spend more time with me. Some people will want to listen to me. Some people will want to create relationships with me. But I know they're going to be receptive for it. So in my mind, I've already envisioned how much connection we create. Because when you give love, you get a little love back. And when you give love more, you get a little more love back. And that's how it works. So I can't wait to get on stage. I can't wait to do it because I know how it's going to turn out in the end. In the end, it's going to be, I had the greatest hour or 2 days or 4 days that I could possibly remember. Because what's more incredible than standing on stage and having a relationship with so many people who understand you, who see you for the best of who you are, who see you as perfectly imperfect. I've forecast the end. I've predetermined the outcome of every conversation. I'm going to be authentic. They're going to react in kind. I'm going to be smart. They're going to react in kind. I'm going to be loving. They're going to react in kind. When I go on that date, I'm thinking that she is going to ask me if I want to get married. I'm not even thinking I'm going to have to wait to ask her. It's going to work out so well because I've worked so hard on everything that I've done. And I've turned any negative, any of the bad feelings that people call stage fright, I've turned those all into positive, powerful things that focus me on the prize, that I focus on the outcome, that I focus on giving so that even if I give 200% and they only give me back 50%, I'm still liked. I'm still loved. I'm still cared for. There's still an energy exchange. So maybe I have to give 300%. So to give 300% to get 100% of them, well then, maybe I have to be a better speaker. If you're afraid of getting in front of people, it's because you're not prepared. It's because you know you don't sound well enough. You know your content isn't good enough. You know you didn't do your homework. You haven't spoken in front of enough people and seen their reaction. Every time, I don't do so many private lessons anymore because my schedule is so crazy, but every time I do a private lesson, I go home and I tell my wife. She said, anything happened today? Well, I took on a new client today. And she says, did they like you? And I said, they loved me. And she says, but you always say that. And I say, but it always happens because I'm there for them. Because I listen to what they want. Because they want to speak better. They want to sing better. They want to change their lives. They want to share their message with the world. And I help them. If they have these obstacles, I help them. There's no negative. I'm 100% for them. I'm the doctor that has the cure. Nobody hates the doctor that gives them the cure. They actually hate the doctor that they go to, and the doctor says, there's no cure for that. That scares me. That's a fear that's worth having. There is a cure for stage fright, and that is understanding how amazing it is that your body can give you this extra energy with which you can then get on stage and be more powerful and be more present and be more connected and be smarter and be more loving and be more passionate because your body gave you this energy as a present, as a gift, and that you can in turn give that gift to other people. That's how it works. Predetermining the outcome, packaging the gift, presenting the gift. You all know what it's like when it's Christmas time or birthday time and you know that you've got somebody that you care about, the perfect gift, you can't wait to give it. When it's anniversary time and you've picked out something special for your husband or your wife and it's so perfect, you can't wait to give it. You're not afraid to give it. You want to give it to them first. Who cares what they got you? You can't wait to give a gift when you know that it's perfect. You need to prepare to deliver what's perfectly imperfect about you. and then deliver that to the audience knowing that they're going to respect and care and be appreciative for all of the work that you put in to be unique, to stand alone, to deliver something that they hadn't heard before, to be special, and that you feel confident and that it isn't dependent upon their love, that you only have love for them. And believe me, they will want to get you a present back.